How are you doing, math learners? This is your free access YouTube educator, Math Teacher Ash, and welcome to a new reviewer series in preparation for the Quarter 3 examinations. And now, in this video, we will be discussing the part 1 of the reviewer series with 10 questions. So prepare your paper and pen, and if you are new to the channel, please click the subscribe button and notification bell for you to be updated of these School Clear Math videos just like this. So without further ado, let's do this. Question number 1. For items 1 to 4, refer your answer to the following situation. Your classmates have been requesting for more variety in the school library's book collection. As a member of the library committee, your teacher has assigned you to find out what type of books students would like to read. So the question is, what task should be done first? Is it A, conduct a survey among all the librarians about their favorite books? B, conduct a survey through the principal on what books the library should buy? C, conduct a survey among grade 7 to grade 12 on what book genres they want to read? Or D, conduct a survey among all grade 7 students about the book genres they prefer. I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Alright, math learners. In order for us to know the variety of what the students want to read, of course, we will not survey the librarians, nor the principal, nor one grade level only. So what we need to survey are all of the students, and that is from grade 7 to grade 12. So the correct answer for this question is letter C. Let's check whether we are correct. Alright, my dear math learners, easy, right? Now let us go to question number 2. After gathering the data, what should be your next step to complete the task? Is it A, submit the data gathered to the principal? B, submit the data gathered to the librarian? C, make an interpretation from the raw data gathered? Or letter D, make an appropriate graph to organize the data? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Alright, my dear math learners. After you gathered all the data, the logical thing to do next is, of course, to make a graph or a chart or a table that would organize your data before giving it to the principal or librarian. So the logical way or the best answer for this question is letter D. Let's check whether we are correct. Alright, my dear math learners, easy, right? Now let us go to question number 3. After conducting a survey among students from grade 7 to 12, you collected the following data, shown in the table at the right. Which of the following conclusion is best supported this data? Is it A, the library should only buy fantasy books because it has the highest demand? B, the library should consider buying fantasy, mystery, and science fiction since they are the top 3 preferred genres? C, biography should not be offered because it has the lowest number of students interested? Or letter D, romance books are not popular and should be removed from the library. I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Alright, math learners. If you are the librarian, you need to satisfy most of the students. And the best course of action for this one is, of course, letter B. The library should consider buying the top 3 book genres, the mystery, the science fiction, and fantasy. So the correct answer for this is letter B. Now let's check whether we are correct. Alright, my dear math learners. Now let us go to question number 4. The library can only add 3 new book genres due to budget constraints. Which combination of book genres would be the best choice to satisfy the majority of students and why? Is it A, fantasy, mystery, and science fiction? B, fantasy, biography, and romance? C, mystery, romance, and science fiction? Or letter D, fantasy, science fiction, and biography? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Alright, my dear math learners, we are now considering the best choice to satisfy the majority of students. And of course, if you have that data, what you need to consider is to get all the top 3 highest number of students that like certain book genres, and those are the mystery, the science fiction, and fantasy. So therefore, the correct answer would be letter A. Let's check whether we are correct. Alright, easy, right? Now let us go to question number 5. For items number 5 to 6, refer your answer to the following situation. 40 students were asked about their favorite sport. The following are their responses. Basketball, 18. Volleyball, 15. Both basketball and volleyball, 7. So the question is, how many students like both basketball and volleyball? Is it A, 7, B, 11, C, 15, or D, 18? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Alright, math learners, this question is very easy. Why? Because the question is asking for those students who both like basketball and volleyball, and that is evident in our given data. So that is 7 students. Letter A. Let's check whether we are correct. Alright, my dear math learners, I hope you got that one. So now let us go to question number 6. If most of the students like to play basketball, then what is the total number of students who dislike it? Is it A, 18, B, 22, C, 25, or D, 29? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Alright, my dear math learners, we are given 40 students. So 40 students were asked for this survey. And it says that only 18 students like basketball. So therefore, what you need to do is just subtract 40 by 18 and the answer would be, very good, 22. Letter B. So let's check whether we are correct. Alright, I hope you got that one. So now let us go to question number 7. The table shows the number of students who suggested different Filipino dishes they want to be available in the school canteen. Which is the best interpretation you can make out of the given result? Is it A, since kare-kare has the lowest frequency, they should not sell kare-kare? Letter B, since lechon kawale has the highest frequency, they should only sell lechon kawale. C, they should sell lechon kawale, sinigang, adobo, and pansit in the canteen. Or letter D, they should sell lechon kawale, sinigang, adobo, and kare-kare in the canteen. I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Alright, my dear math learners. So if you are a canteen, basically you don't sell one dish, right? Okay, so you will be selling a lot of dishes. And the best course of action for this one, you should be selling the most loved dishes by the students. So the top selling dishes. So that would be lechon kawale, sinigang, adobo, and pansit. So therefore, the correct answer is letter C. Let's check whether we are correct. Alright, my dear math learners. Now, let us go to question number 8. A researcher collected data on the number of COVID-19 cases in a barangay over the past 6 months. He wants to present this data in a graph to analyze the trends and patterns. Which of the following purposes is not suitable for a line graph? Is it A, showing trends in the behavior of a variable over time? B, comparing the values of a variable from 2 or more datasets? C, identifying peaks or lowest points in the values of a variable? Or D, comparing parts of a whole? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Okay, my dear math learners, for this question, among the 4 choices given, one thing is not suitable for the line graph. And what is that? Of course, that is comparing parts of a whole, because comparing parts of a whole is best suited for pie chart or pie graph. Okay, so the correct answer for this question is letter D. Let's check whether we are correct. Alright, my dear math learners, easy, right? Now let us go to question number 9. For items 9 to 11, refer to the situation below. A bakery owner wants to show the proportion of different products sold in a day. He presented the data through the pie chart. Question is, which of the following statements correctly describes the pie chart for this data? Is it A, the slice representing bread will be the largest because it has the highest number of sales? B, the slice representing cookies will be the larger than the slice for pastries? C, all slices will be equal since there are 4 categories? Or letter D, the pie chart is not suitable because it cannot show proportion. I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Alright, my dear math learners, among the 4 choices given, the correct representation or description for the pie chart shown is basically letter A. The slice representing bread will be the largest because it has the highest number of sales. Let's check whether we are correct. Alright, my dear math learners, now let us go to question number 10. Which of the following statements best describe the proportion of products sold? Is it A, cookies were sold in the highest proportion compared to other items? B, bread makes up the largest portion of total sales while cookies make up the smallest portion? C, cakes and pastries together make up more than half of the total sales? Or letter D, all products were sold in equal proportions? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Okay, math learners, among the 4 choices here, the best statement that describes the proportion of products sold is letter B, because as we can see, the bread has the largest portion and the cookies has the smallest portion because it has 80 and 30 respectively, which is the highest and the lowest sales in the given bakery. So the correct answer would be letter B. Let's check whether we are correct. Alright, my dear math learners, I hope you got that one. And of course, I'd just like to congratulate you for finishing the part 1 of our reviewer series. If you are enjoying, feel free to click the subscribe button and notification bell. And of course, you can also share your score based on the 10 questions that we have in our comment section below. Thank you very much. So let's proceed to the next.